Then we had little issue, politics is usual in the back that found me without a place, without a home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I started doing to keep my name relevant, keep a buzz
Mhm.
around me. I got up with my man Marlon because he was like, yo, Marcus, I want to do an interview with you.
Right.
I'm always I'm always open to do interviews or whatever. I'm accessible. He was like, yo, I want to do an interview with you. So when he asked me about doing the interview, I said, all right, cool. What's your address? I'm gonna come to you. Like he wanted to do that. He wanted to do that the interview like how we're doing this right now, where you hit me up, I hit you up, whatever, and then we just talk through the phone. I'm like, no, listen, what's your address? I'm gonna come to you.
Hmm.
Like I actually would have came to you, but shoot job and everything else. I got to get to
Yes.
the next.
No.
But we definitely me and you we're definitely gonna sit down and do another one of these together.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
But so I hit up Marlon. He hits me up with his address, and it just so happened it was on a Wednesday night.
Right.
So we did the interview, and we was like, oh man, well, so what are we gonna? What can we call this? I said to him, I said, listen, I mean, I'm always thinking about the brand.
Right.
I'm always thinking about branding. So being I'm thinking about branding, I'm like, all right, cool. Uh, we can call this Marcus Waters Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna call this Marcus Waters Wednesday. And not only are we gonna do your interview, but we're gonna do your interview live. We're gonna do your interview live on Facebook. So anybody can chime in, and if you got a question for me, you come and say whatever. I'm like I
Right.
said, I'm accessible. If anybody, anytime, if you feel a way or whatever, let me know what it is, and we deal with that. So we're doing the Marcus Waters Wednesdays, and with all of that, like I built a real big buzz around my name to now, and it's like regardless of what, regardless of what my abilities or whatever in the ring, like I'm not bad at all, but what regardless of regardless of my ability, the fans want to see me. Like I
Yeah.
like I built up a cult like following for a minute
Hmm.
where the fans they wanted to see me and it didn't matter where. And the people at ECWA, like they're looking at me like, okay, well, he has people who follow him, but at the same time, they're looking at me like, well, I left all these different promotions, so promoters they try to put a little stench on your name. They try to blackball you. So when things like that happen, other promoters they're hesitant to work with you. So the
Right.
owner, the owner at the time, his Mike Tartaglia,
Hmm.
he just started doing his the ECWA Academy, and they were doing Academy shows.
Right. I remember those.
So I hit him up. I hit him up one day because I seen he was like, "Yo, I got a spot available or whatever for somebody to come and wrestle." And I asked him about, "Yo, can I get that spot? Like, I just want an opportunity to prove myself. Like, if you didn't like if you don't like what I'm doing, all right, cool. Just let me know, and you know what I'm saying, or let me know what to work on or whatever." So I hit
Right.
him up. He was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry, the spot's been filled." The very next day, he hit me back up. "Yo, are you still interested?" "Yes." "All right, cool. I'm on the way." So I went up. with no promises. I wrestled. They liked what they saw. They kept asking me to come back. So each Thursday I would go up, wrestle there, and then finally, like it was a couple people backed out of an actual show. Mike looking at the person who was reliable to him on Thursday nights.
Yeah.
Hey Marcus, can you come on down? Came out, wrestled on the show. They put me in an angle with the guy, like one of the guys, the tag team that was the ECW tag team champions at the time was they called themselves the Draw, but it was Brian
Yeah.
Johnson. Brian Johnson, who's now with Ring of Honor. You
Right.
had Chris Wall, Justin Pusser. Like you had a bunch of different guys, and they put me in an angle with them. All great talent, all great guys. So I mean, we when we got into our little angle, it comes down to now. Brian Johnson is about to sign with Ring of Honor, so he's one half of the tag team champions. So
Hmm.
we gotta take the belts off of him so that way he can go on and do what he got to do.
Right.
And I did a tag team partner, so I'm running different names by them, running different names by them. That, to be honest with you, your name was actually one of the names that I ran past,
Oh, nice.
and we ended up settling on Funky. Now with Funky White Boy, originally I didn't know. Like I thought that it was just going to be like a one-time deal. I didn't know that they was when they put the tag belts on us. I didn't know we were winning. I
Right.
didn't.
Okay.
I didn't find out until we got there.
Yeah.
So as soon as I got there, oh shit! and I thought it was,
Yeah.
gonna, and I thought it was going to be like I thought it was going to make us like transitional champions. Like we win the belts this month and we drop them a month or so later. Me
Yeah.
and Funky, me and Funky as a tag, like, the fans really got behind us. Like we would come out to the ring and we had like the biggest crowd reaction of the whole night. So they kept running with us, kept running with us, kept running with us. Before you know it, like you looking at the calendar, like shit, 400
Yep.
some days now. It's 400 some days now that we done been champions. So as of today, like we are we're the longest reigning ECWA Tag Team Champions at 421 days.
That's actually a good string of time.
Right.
Yeah. But it's one thing like what I hate about these promoters nowadays is you're blackballing talent that actually draw you money, and you're keeping the ones that are not drawing you any money because it's cheaper to keep them. But I mean, I wrestled that place. It was cool there. I mean, I actually liked it. I always want to go back to that place. I had a couple of talks with Mike, and I was waiting to come back, but we had a match for the indie roundup title, which was I think probably one of the favorites of mine when I had that you know worked around that show. Um, but I know we had the sad and passing of Carrie, who was actually a really sweet person, and
Yeah.
fun to be around. That trip we took to New York was hilarious, and I was like, "What you know about 3 6 Mafia? You must know about that."
Right.
but,
Yeah,
but I mean,
man.
that was a good.
I sit back and I think about that trip because you just posted a video from that match, yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
And like I remember like we had a ball on the way
yeah, it was.
going in and back.
And now we had what Russell there too. Russell is a
Yeah,
funny, a very funny individual.
yes he is.
Um, like that even that place, like I said, it was my view of that match. It was actually fun. I was probably one of the times I actually had fun in the match. Working there because man, that place, good lord. But uh, you rarely get those times of wrestling. Like I said, you rarely get those times. Like even and then, like as the character that I was doing was going more on the heel, quote unquote, heelish side there. But it was always the matches I have, I can be like, yeah, I can build a story. And then so I was always when I said, oh, I can work for him, do something with him. You know what I mean? Because our story went almost like we was going up there, man. Because I was going to throw in the whole Walt, resting, God rest his soul,
Hey, rest
and
in peace, Walt.
it was going to be cool. So we had a good. It was going to be a good run, man. I think the Kindred Waters family story was. I think that's something that people need to see and like really get behind because that was actually fun. That doing all that, but I wish that they could have gave us more of them. More time to
I
do
think
what we was going to
I
do, but
think they really dropped the ball with
yeah, oh
that.
yeah.
You know, it is what it is. Like when you're dealing when you're dealing with other people's money, like you can't tell somebody how to spend their money, even though you can see